Good evening. Welcome to another episode of the Healing Room podcast. I'm your host, Sheree Robuk, massage therapist, instructor, and LMT in the Arlington, Texas area. I have with me tonight some really dope guests with me. You've seen her before on my last episode, one of my colleagues, Miss Amanda, and I have a dope comedian that I love to life that I kind of grew up with. They're going to be joining us tonight, talking about some things in regards to boundaries and just seeing how we can set ourselves up in this crazy world of chaos that we're dealing with. So sit back, grab your tea, relax your shoulders, and join us in the podcast. We're back. And today we're going to be diving into a topic that I really want to discuss today about setting boundaries. And I want to first introduce my guests. Let's bring Miss Amanda first.
Oh, back by popular demand.
Indeed.
I introduced myself before, but I'm a local massage therapist in the DFW area. I've been working in massage since 2019. So you didn't do the math on that. Recently got married. I think we covered that in the last one, and that's about it. Animal enthusiast.
Indeed. Thank you so much for being here tonight.
Of course.
And my next guest is Mr. Melvin Jackson. He is a comedian. He is a Navy vet. Thank you for your service, sir.
Thank you. I'll do it again.
And one of my Chicago high school homies that like I said, love to life. So introduce yourself, Melvin.
I am the comedian Melvin Jackson, born and raised in Chicago, South Side in the building.
That's
Oakville
right.
Gardens, we're in the building. I DJ'd, served in the Navy, and now I am a stand-up comedian.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you
and
for
again,
having me.
thank you
It's a
for your
pleasure.
service.
Thank you.
All right, so tonight what we're going to be talking about is like setting boundaries, avoiding burnouts, and just how to find some balance in the midst of all the chaos that we deal with. Okay, because that is something that is very important that I have to deal with when I talk to my clients and I help them on their healing journeys. Okay, so for one of the first questions I want to ask you guys, when in your career did you first realize you needed boundaries?
Do you want to start?
You can start.
Okay.
Ladies first.
Got you. So actually in massage school is when I learned about strong boundaries, just because I had males in my classroom and everything. So it became immediately apparent as to like why it's very important to maintain boundaries and stuff. One, because I had classmates who have gone through their own, life struggles, things like trauma, etc. So yeah, it became super apparent immediately to me within my field, at least, how like important it was to make sure that you're maintaining boundaries and also respecting others' boundaries, just because it's always a line that you don't want to cross, especially professionally, because it's something that you can't really like come back from once you cross that boundary.
Very good. I like that. Okay. And Mr. Melvin, you are a Navy vet.
Yes.
You said you also you were a DJ before as
Yes.
well. And so you are being so multifaceted and being a comedian now, as seen on CW33.
Thank you. It's the Sagittarius in me.
There's that. And of course, us being from the Midwest, I
Yes.
mean, we encounter so much just alone on that what's that Vincennes bus
Yes.
over there. So it's like, hey, tell me when was the first time or along the lines. Let's start with your career in comedy because that's the most recent. How did
Yes.
you learn to like kind of set boundaries in that?
I think for me, it was my testimony, right? So if I can just...
Please.
Last October, I was on the phone with a friend who he called me up. He was upset that his ex, that he wasn't over yet, had moved on and gotten married. And so I said a prayer from the most sincere fiber of my existence. And I just simply asked God to align me with my purpose and remove all things that don't align with said purpose. And literally 5 minutes after that, two things happened. Plans that I had made, they canceled on me. The second thing was I went to the Arlington Improv website because that's how I refilled my cup.
Okay.
I would go to comedy shows, because when you're the person that's always making everybody laugh, you want to take a break and let somebody make you laugh.
Okay.
And so that's also key. You have to learn how to refill your cup.
Okay.
Because people say, oh, I can't pour from an empty cup. Well, how does it get refilled?
Okay.
And a lot of people don't have that.
Okay.
And so I saw the test your mic.
Okay.
I'll say by November 4th, I stopped smoking weed.
Okay.
The taste was literally removed from me. So
Wow.
that's why I even have a bit of when you pray, you have to be more specific. Because you don't know what you're removing from your, or you're asking the Most High to remove from your life when you're being general.
Exactly.
You know, I used to even make a joke and say I think that God is an Aries because they're very technical. You know what I'm saying? And so one of my boundaries is that I don't allow myself to become a product of my environment. In the comedy world, there's a lot of drinking, there's a lot of smoking, there's a lot of drugs and alcohol. And I've seen time and time again where people would partake in these things and get on the stage and they forget their set. So if I'm walking in purpose, then I don't need to self-sabotage. Therefore, I put the boundary up. And so I'm even known for my order is already made when I come into the comedy club. And that's a ginger ale and French fries.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
What order?
Okay, so I follow this young lady on Instagram, and her name escapes me right now. I'm hoping that I can definitely remember it, and it can be added later on. But she made a reel in regards to a boundary versus a standard,
Yes.
and I really wanted to bring that out tonight because in regards to what you said. And we're going to go to our Bible, Google, and say a boundary is a personal limit you set for yourself about how you would behave and what you would tolerate from others. While a standard is the bar you set for the quality of behavior you expect or allow in your life, shaping the types of people and situations you engage with. So now, since I asked you both, when did you first realize you had to set boundaries? Now that you see the difference in between a standard and a boundary, do you still agree with what you guys said?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to say yes, too.
Okay. I love that.
I want to sound smart. Yes.
Okay, very good. So, okay, I love that you both were able to learn to set boundaries in your career. It's like, okay, so did you want to go further into like your military?
Yes, with the military, how I guess the way that I had approached it was simply, starting with boot camp, because everybody thinks that your entire military career is boot camp where people scream at you all day. No, that's not how it is. But even in that phase, I looked at it as they're getting paid to scream and I'm getting paid to listen.
Okay.
And whether it was from the screaming that I received from my dad, because that's why most people join the military, is to fight the common enemy, daddy issues and student loans. And so,
Okay.
it's not that many patriotic people. They just wanted to get away from dad, or they got some bills to pay. But yeah, and even with that, it's just never losing who I am. And the cliche would be I stayed anchored. In my 8 years of service.
Okay.
So I knew what I was, and then being from the South Side, I wasn't going to let you play with me.
There's that. Please believe it. Please believe it. Don't go out there showing out. Okay. Yeah. So I love that you made a comment. You said that you stayed anchored, and then you made the comment in regards to figuring out how to refill your cup. So I want to actually go back into that. Okay.
Okay.
How do you learn to refill your cup? How did you learn?
How I learned was, first, you have to identify what is depleting you. You have a lot of energy vampires, especially when you're good energy, and it's like a moth to a flame, right? Everyone's drawn to it. But then when I need that, when I need to be poured into, everybody else is still empty. You see what I'm saying? So what I learned was, it doesn't matter how much I pour, you have to be aware of the containers that you're pouring into. Let's just say, for example, someone is a 16-ounce bottle and you're a gallon jug, no matter how much you pour into that 16-ounce bottle, they can only retain 16 ounces. So when it's their turn to pour back into your gallon jug, they can only give you back 16 ounces.
Okay.
So you have to know where to put those people or containers in your life.
Okay.
Because when you put expectations, then that's you driving yourself insane. You can clearly see it's a 16-ounce bottle. Why would it be able to refill a gallon jug?
That part.
And I've also learned to only pour from my overflow or spillage to keep my cup full. Like one example would be D&D.
Okay.
I live my life on D&D.
There you go. There you go.
It's a good side
Oh my
hobby.
God.
It's a good side hobby.
Yeah.
D&D is
Yeah.
a very good thing. If you haven't taken the time to set, I started actually putting my phone on D&D at 10 o'clock. That's my cutoff. And I found that I get so much more productive literally at 10:01. And my kids are asking me like, why are you up at 11 o'clock at night? Like, crocheting, whatever. It's like, I feel free.
Yes.
I feel clear. I feel that I can actually accomplish some things because I'm not squirreling.
Right.
Or if I'm going to squirrel, I'm squirreling without the outside world.
Right.
It's like I go on Do Not Disturb, and the only people who can get through is my kids and my mama.
Right. Emergency.
Exactly.
And that's it.
So to get back to answer your question, because I don't want to come off like a politician and take you a nice little story and avoid. So once I learned that I was getting drained for entertaining so many people or letting people dump, and when I started going to comedy shows, I'll say probably during COVID, when I became more back frequent with it, I walked out feeling restored because I was able to laugh away, and replenish that way. And so that's how I found out. Yeah.
Okay. I love that.
Thank you.
All right. And Miss Amanda, do you know how to refill your cup?
Yeah, I've been learning recently.
Okay.
Like over the last couple of years, I've been doing some real soul searching since like
Okay.
2020 when my life really just.
Okay. Yeah. Same here.
Yeah, so I needed a refresher. I needed to learn about self-love and everything. And I needed to discover like things that I loved to do because I realized that a lot of the things that I thought I liked to do was really things that other people like to do that I wanted to like keep up in my life and everything. And really like it turned out to be a waste of time. A huge waste of time. Yes.
You think so? Why?
Well, it was a waste of time in the fact that like me trying to like keep up with their likes and dislikes and everything and making them my own.
Okay.
Versus like finding out what I really liked. But it's not a waste of time in the fact that
What'd you learn?
there's always life lessons to be
There
learned.
you go. What did you learn?
The things that I like to do, like I really like to actually just kind of sit at home and be with my cats,
Okay.
my dog, my wife. Like I really enjoy just being able to sit at home and be still or maybe clean my house, those kinds of therapeutic things. Those are the things that I like to do. I've also been spending time with a lot more friends and not feeling pressured into doing anything specific. Like I don't have to go out and drink. I don't have to go out and do this or that or whatever. I can just go to your house and we can just sit on the couch and watch YouTube videos while I pet your cats.
That part.
I eat your food sometimes maybe because
Indeed.
I love to eat other people's food out their fridge.
Indeed. Yes.
Why
You
not?
have been over my house.
I love it.
know, and it's
I love
perfectly fine. I love my house being open
Right.
to you. Yeah.
And it's got to be, it's better that way.
It is.
Honestly, just being
Indeed,
open
it
to
is.
people. Like, I would love to come to your house and just feel comfortable. But yeah, that's how I refill my cup. I spend time with friends. I keep up with my family. I'm always talking to my mom and my sister. And just doing things that I love.
I love that. I love that. Yeah, I learned to refill my cup at the batting cages, actually.
Nice.
I love going to the batting cages. Shout out to Putt Putt Golf over there in Arlington because they like to stay open nice and late. And just going to the softball side. I can't do the baseball, no, because those balls fly by me and I've been looking at them. But yeah, the softball is my safe haven.
Gotcha.
It feels good to just release some energy and to just, like you said, refill. And it's like I didn't know that growing up. I actually learned that from actually a former sergeant of mine because she said you have to find a way to let go of this energy. And
Yes.
before I started getting into energy work in the world of massage, it was like, okay, well, what am I supposed to do? And of course, with the upbringing of smash rooms and paintball, and things of that nature, it's like, what do you do? And finding myself at the batting cages was dope. That was so much fun.
It's a good like physical release.
Yeah, I hear
Honestly.
you. I hear you. I hear you.
Maybe I need to visit a batting cage. I really have been wanting to do like a rage room type situation though. So and there's one like right in downtown. So
It is.
We
Oh my
should
God.
go.
We have to go, but we have to, what you call it? For us, oh my God, because they gave me a pipe. And I hit the first thing. I was like, okay, this isn't going to work in my massage hands. Because I don't have insurance on my hands yet. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that part.
I need to get my hands insured. So I went and got the bat. And I started hitting things with the bat because everything was metal in there. And that reverberation is like, that's why I was like, okay, I had to give me a wooden bat because at the batting cages, they have aluminum. I don't know how these babies play with an aluminum bats. I just really don't. Bless their hearts. But oh God, it's just, it shoots through my entire body, that electricity. And I'm just like, give me a wooden bat so I
Right.
can, one, feel it. And then two, my hands aren't hurting because
Yes.
my hands hurt so bad with that crowbar and everything. I was like, I got to smash something.
I was like, maybe next time bring gloves too.
Definitely.
Like some kind of like work
Definitely.
gloves or something.
But they give you did they give us gloves? No, I don't think they gave us. Of course they give you the whole suit and the helmet and everything. But I definitely took my kids there after the loss of their father. So they
My
could just like
condolences,
rage
always.
out. Thank you. So they could rage out, and they love like throwing stuff up against the wall,
Yes.
smashing computers. It's a very good release for your kids, and people are like, you let your kids go. They need to. These kids need to have some type of release. Maybe.
Side note. I don't think that's the right house y'all want to break in. Y'all hear about these bats and everything going on. Y'all gonna be
Leave
therapy
Sheree
to
alone.
them.
No,
Y'all gonna be
Black Six
therapy to
stays
them.
with
Right.
me all the time. That's my bat. My
Y'all gonna be
Louisville
therapy.
Slugger. Her name is Black Six. Yeah, she's my friend. So yeah, you don't want to come over there.
Don't do
But
it.
no, just a thought in regards to what we were talking about, Melvin. A rage room would probably be good.
A rage room.
A rage room.
For me, because I've been working on taming the rage.
Why?
Okay, so this is my theory. So, okay.
Go.
I feel that the rage comes from anger, right? And I feel like anger only exists in spaces where you, the person, continue to deny access to acceptance.
Okay.
It's easy for us to stay angry because that's a safe emotion,
Okay.
believe it or not. That's the easiest one to gravitate towards to avoid feeling the other ones.
Okay.
Pain, sorrow, sadness, etc.
Okay.
And I think because the rage increases because it's self-induced.
Okay.
And what I mean by that is, okay, we've all seen a movie, right? I'll use Rocky IV for an example.
Okay.
I saw Rocky IV at the movie theater.
Okay.
I saw it on VHS. I saw it on Blu-ray. No matter how many different media formats I've watched that movie on, Apollo Creed still dies.
Okay.
So the point is, we keep replaying scenarios trying to avoid feeling what we felt because it didn't go the way that we wanted it to go.
Okay.
And we're angry because we refuse to accept that Apollo Creed dies. And that was the way that it was supposed to go.
Okay.
So once you accept it, then you move forward. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And you're no longer angry. Now you allow the other feelings to come in, the hurt, the pain from the loss, etc., and the rage goes away because you're denying access to acceptance.
Okay.
Definitely. I feel like that kind of goes into like forgiving other people for doing wrong to you for yourself rather than for them. Like you don't have to forgive anybody for them to feel better, but it's like
Right.
for you to
It's
feel
for
better,
you.
you know?
Yeah.
So you got to deal with those feelings and, kind of find your own way to like kind of not move on or move past it, but, like find peace with it at least.
Yes.
Yeah. You definitely have to find peace with it. I think with anger, because you're saying anger and rage. Are you saying those are
To me, those go hand in hand.
Okay.
'Cause I never seen anybody happy with rage. I've never witnessed it. I'm not saying that it doesn't exist.
I'm pretty sure somewhere.
You know,
Okay. Maybe.
yeah.
It's an emotion.
Yes.
So there's that. Like you said, you have to face it. It's like the stages of grief.
Yes.
When you get to that anger, it's like you can sit there and kind of keep trying to push it down. But unless you let all of that rage out,
Correct.
let it out so that the other feelings can flow.
Yes.
So that the other feelings can feel, so they can
Yes.
come to the forefront.
Yes.
If you continue to suppress this rage, it's just like, what's that, like the Coke bottle? and you shaking up a Coke bottle. It's like, okay, it got to go somewhere.
Correct.
And it can manifest in your body, in your health, in mental, make you squirrel, or you end up in a four wall padded room. So you said, you started by saying, okay, now the rage.
Yeah. Well. Okay. So like for me, like even recently, I was on stage telling jokes. Shout out to my homegirl, Miss Honey.
That part.
I get off stage. She say, "Friend, how you telling whole jokes with half your face moving?" She pinched my left arm, giving me the whole, making sure I'm not having a stroke. We go to the ER.
Okay.
Because I allowed the rage to take over versus the acceptance that the situation that happened with my information being used on my let me say this for the clear air, because we have to use the word allegedly for right now.
Allegedly.
I want to protect the platform. So allegedly, my ex-wife used my information to get money from the IRS. And so when I filed a fraudulent claim and they tell me how my signature looks similar to hers, but you all closed the case of no fraudulent activity found, that was the stress straw that broke the camel's back.
Okay.
So, but yeah. And then to go to piggyback off of what she said, something that my dad told me, rest in peace to him. He said, as long as you keep your foot on that person's neck, neither one of you can go anywhere until you let them up.
Repeat that.
Until you take your foot off the person's neck, neither one of you can go anywhere until you let them up. And that's how I look at forgiveness.
I love that.
Yeah.
And my condolences to you.
Thank you.
Tell me your father's name.
Say it again.
What is his name?
Oh, my father's name. Oh, that man. Isaac William Jackson Jr., a.k.a. Mr. Ike, b.k.a. Big Money Ike, also known as the mayor of Block 1. So I got a funny story. I don't want to be spilling over, but so I had this. I had booked an appointment with you. This was in 2021, and I remember like yesterday, because it was a life-changing experience for me. So you definitely need to insure them hands.
Indeed, best hands in DFW.
I think you need that Tina Turner leg insurance, but it's just for the hands.
That part.
And so getting to it, Sheree came in and she was just like, yo, if it's cool with you, I need to switch it up. I've been listening to Sounds of Nature's all day. My bladder can't take anymore. If I hear one more trickle of water, I'm going to lose it. Is it okay with you to put on some Dusties? Now, quick backstory. 2021 was year 2 that I had stopped talking to my father. Where I draw the line is you let our relationship affect your relationship with my kids. And I don't play by my children. Yeah. Right? So I'm on the table, face down. And she's not even playing like sad Dusty. She's playing like some up tempo. All of a sudden, little Melvin is reaching for his father, falling endlessly. And as I'm falling, the pain that I've never felt since then or after was inexplainable. It was unexplainable. So it was like, that was me grieving. Like that was, and so as I'm falling, it's hurting worse. And vivid memories are flickering like the intro to the Marvel comic movie of myself and my dad. It was so intense. You ever been like the instructor teaching somebody how to drive and you're on the passenger side and they take it too long to brake and you kind of like press down?
The brake.
It was so intense that I hopped up on her table in a planking position. And all she said was, just let it happen. So I'm already like, girl, how you know what's going on over here?
Listen.
Doubting. Not, well, I shouldn't say doubting, just wasn't aware on the levels that she was on and what she actually brings to the table, pun intended, right? And after that session, I cried, and then I immediately went to the group text. Hey, I think Pop's finna check out. I ain't talked to him in 2 years. I'm calling him because right now that was my warning from Spirit. He's about to check out. So I didn't allow my pride to keep me from being obedient to Spirit. I reconnected with my pops. I had the needed conversations I needed to have. Most of them still remained in the agree to disagree, but I had them. And then he passed away July 10th this year. So our last conversation was in June, me telling him I was about to go on television to do this comedy. And I told him the joke about that's still your husband joke when I share real life events and I put them all in one joke, about him having to come up to the school because I was being a class clown, had a butt whipping waiting on me when I got home, the domestic violence between him and my mom, who that's when I realized why I liked toxic women, because see, my mother didn't consider it domestic violence if the woman wanted to fight.
Oh.
So that's the kind of woman that she was.
Okay.
And so long story short, our last conversation ended with love. He heard the joke. He laughed because he died from COPD. And then he had a heart attack when he was down to one lung. So that's what happened.
That's rough.
So I want to say to you personally, thank you.
You're welcome.
Because had that not happened, had I not booked that appointment with you, had I not had that experience, I would not have gotten the warning to prepare for his departure. So that's why I know for a fact I was able to be as good as I am and was when I got the news, because I acted on it. I took several trips to Chicago.
Definitely.
I knew the stories were going to go the way they went. He had two zodiacs. He was a Capricorn and he's a narcissist.
Oh, there's that.
And so I always say that the narcissist is the 13th universal zodiac. And so Spirit said, let him tell the same stories. We know how they're going to start. We know they're going to how to end. Just listen to him. Sit and have coffee with your father. Address the things you want to address with your father. Okay. So for me, I'm not faking it when I say that I'm good. Like, I don't have that, oh, I wish I had 5 more minutes. I think people who do that, they haven't done the closure or had the conversations that they thought they had time to delay, or put on the back burner, so to speak. So yeah, but thank you for that, because had that not happened, I probably would be, who knows.
I give you that.
Yeah.
I agree with your comment. Just for briefly, I'm gonna play devil's advocate in regards to that, because I'm one of those people. Losing my best friend.
Yes.
I used to love to argue. Now I debate.
Gotcha.
And we would argue all the time, and my ADHD brain would be like, I'm forgetting things. So we started recording our arguments. I go ahead, fast forward, passing, and I found our recorder. And we have a 21-minute argument on this recorder. It's the recorder that he used to write his book, Island Boys. And I'm going through the recordings just to hear his voice. And I get on this 21-minute argument. And for the life of me, I don't even know what the hell we were arguing about. I have listened to it multiple times, like, what were we talking about?
Wow.
And I said, and of course, I'm hearing myself. Of course, I don't like the way I sound. I don't like the way, the anger that I'm portraying. It felt so bad.
Okay.
But I'm like, I have a 21-minute argument. And my son says to me, he says, Mom, are you going to delete it? I said, no. I said, not for nothing. And he tried to finish my sentence. He said, oh, you would give anything to have these 21 minutes, wouldn't you? I said, no. I wouldn't give anything to have these 21 minutes. I said, I would give my right arm. I'm left-handed. I said, I'd give my right arm. I said, but I wouldn't give you and Taryn up. I wouldn't give you guys up at all. I said, I wouldn't give up this life that I've been blessed with. I wouldn't give up. I said, so I'm very intentional with my words. I'm very, my Bible is the, what did I say? What was I talking about?
You was talking about the
4 agreements. Yeah. 4 agreements. That's my Bible. So it's like I'm very impeccable with my words. So I don't, I said, I always say, I don't say I wish I had those 21 minutes. I said, but if I could take those 21 minutes, I would give my right arm to have those 21 minutes back
Okay.
because I wasted 21 minutes arguing with my friend
Okay.
that I don't have
Okay.
now. You know what I'm saying?
I got
So
you.
it's like I that's why I say I agree with you to a point, but I am continuously healing from
Yes.
that loss.
It's a journey.
It is a journey. But I do know like what you're saying in regards to some people who haven't healed from that. It's like
Correct.
there's a space where there's a point where you speak from that pain or you speak from the healing part of it.
Yes.
So yeah, that's why I say I agree with your statement, but
I got you. No, I got you. Yeah, I got you.
okay.
Can we pause?
Go.
I just have to cough really bad. Like, I'm so sorry. I could feel my throat like itching, and I was like, "Oh, don't cough over someone's story while they're talking."
No, no.
You're fine.
Thank you.
Okay.
No.
So the next thing I want to ask you guys, in regards to we've talked in regards to just like refilling our cup, and we talked about what keeps you guys grounded when you're starting to feel healthy or you're starting to feel like kind of like burnout in regards to your careers.
For me personally, I don't experience a ton of burnout only because I feel like I really just enjoy my job.
Okay.
So I don't get a whole lot of burnout, but I do start to feel a little bit overwhelmed because I do feel like I take on a huge empath. And so I feel people all the time, and especially with like making physical connections with everybody all the time. I do have like a whole like kind of cleansing, shake it off like ritual type thing that I do because I don't want to carry that stuff home with me, obviously, around people I love and stuff, bring that energy around them. So I like to go through my whole rituals of, how I cleanse my mind, how I, kind of shake that energy off of me and stuff. And then when I'm feeling too overwhelmed as far as like working or taking on like maybe too many tasks or overbooking myself kind of, I really like to go for long drives, listening to music, listening to podcasts, just listening to things that will kind of take my mind off of like what's really like driving me crazy at the at the current moment in time. Just because I feel like it's important to give your mind a break. You don't have to think about that stuff all the time. Especially with neurospicy people, we like get locked into like certain ideas and we just can't like let it go. It's like hard for us to kind of separate ourselves from those things that just like bog us down. So
Definitely.
yeah, going for long drives, listening to music, honestly sitting down and reading a book. Stillness is like a big piece in my life right now.
That. Do you ever go outside and hug a tree?
Outside of the country?
No, I said, do you ever go outside and hug a tree?
Oh, hugging tree.
Close enough,
I said
country
outside of the
tree,
country.
you know.
I was like, eventually, girl, yeah. Like, duh. No, I'm not a tree hugger so much, but I am a sit down in the grass.
Okay.
Some shorts on, bare feet. Like I like to kind of feel
Love
the earth
that.
underneath my
Gotcha.
feet. That's some good stuff.
Love that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or water, honestly, like being at like a beach or something and being able to be in like natural water and not like a pool or something. Just natural water. It feels good and you get to float and clear your mind, kind of like pick out some of the trash in your brain for a little bit.
Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely. Okay. Melvin?
When she say, clean and shake off the energy?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna call it next time I'm masturbating in the shower. I'm gonna clean and shake off some energy. That's what I'm doing. I'm shaking off some energy,
Okay.
cleansing.
However you get down. However you want to get
Shaking
down.
off.
No judgment here in the
Right.
healing room, okay?
Get my little Mariah Carey off.
Okay.
Ooh, gotta shake it off.
And you know what? When I'm doing my ritual, that's kind of like a song that like plays in my brain. I'm like, gotta shake it up.
It is a whole soundtrack in there.
It really is.
It really is.
Post nut clarity therapy. That's gonna be a new one. But I used to hug trees, but then like I said, God took the taste of weed out my mouth, so I don't hug trees no more. But I do put my feet in the grass. Okay. Music is medicinal. I said all the time.
Yes.
Music is medicinal. And so I listen to music. Music is a time machine as well. It's a good escape. And then also video games for me. And I've been a gamer since '83. And it's music and video games that have been like my besties, even in the military. We used to game my butts off. Back when the military overpaid like $65,000 for like a 65-inch plasma TV. Keep in mind, this is 2001. Y'all still had the big backs at home. We were gaming on plasma TVs in the Persian Gulf after 9. I was deployed after 9/11. Mm-hmm. And, we would play Halo back when it came out in 2001 and et cetera. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, video games, music, for the most part, that's how I ground myself. I always find some humor in something, and then end up writing material because of that.
Okay. I love that. Okay. So you know what? Just to wrap up things, I want to know just like what's a one random wellness thing that you guys do, because this podcast is all about healness and well-being and wellness and everything that it entails. Being a vet, being a comedian. One wellness thing that you do, just random. Go for it. One thing.
I don't eat animals.
Love that. Amanda.
So how am I going to follow that?
You know what? I've been introducing self-care one at a time in my life lately, and recently I've been really into skincare.
Okay.
And let me tell you, when you pick one thing to focus on and you really, really lock into that, I feel like that's really been like my wellness thing. Like I come home and I know every night that I'm gonna come home and go through my whole skincare routine, and I'm proud of it.
Okay.
Makes me feel good.
Do you do like lymphatic on your face?
I do everything. Honestly,
Okay.
I do ice on the face. I do washing, toner,
love that.
moisturizer, sunscreen.
I love that. I'm gonna come over your house and let you do that for me because
But
I'm bad.
it's a real recent thing though.
Oh.
That don't get it twisted. I've not always been like that, y'all.
Gotcha.
Not always been like that.
Well, I want to definitely thank you both for being here tonight. I definitely appreciate you both sharing your stories in regards to how to like setting boundaries, avoiding burnout, and definitely your wellness tips in regards to just what in your walks of life. So that's what we are here about here in the wellness room, in the healing room, just talking about giving homage to our loved ones that we've lost.
Yes.
Definitely, talking about the parts that actually ground us and keep us, sane in the midst of all this chaos and in which we find balance. So I thank you again for being here. I definitely want you guys to share your social media information so they can follow you. You definitely need to show up at Mr. Melvin Jackson's comedy shows. I am always there, but please, Melvin, show your socials.
Okay, so my social media is comedian Melvin Jackson on Instagram. I also have 50 Shades of Dashiki. That is my other platform where I showcase reputable Black-owned businesses. Also on YouTube. Also, you want to check me out on Instagram for upcoming comedy shows. We have one December 22nd at Cooper's Bar and Grill in Arlington, Texas, for the celebration of Miss Honey's birthday. Also, I'm going to be on a comedy cruise with Miss Honey, presents the Comedy Cruise Experience. That's going to be January 26th to the 31st, leaving out of Galveston, Texas. You still can book.
Indeed.
You got to just pay in full.
Indeed.
For the Miss Honey Comedy Cruise Experience out of Galveston, Texas.
Love that.
Love it.
That sounds so fun, honestly.
It is. You need to go. You need to just come. Just come with us.
Honestly, I might. It's right around my birthday.
Indeed. All right. And Amanda, go ahead. Just in case someone missed the last episode.
Well, if you want, I don't do a lot of interesting stuff on social media. I'm not going to lie to you. But if you want to follow me, in the case that I might do something interesting, I'm Mandy Moo on TikTok. And that's MandiMoo. And then on Instagram, I'm Do Good Amanda. All spelled out.
Okay. Thank you so much. I am Sheree Robuk. I am Mon Cher Massage, and on Instagram, I think, a Goddess of Touch.
Indeed.
And you can definitely follow me, like, share our YouTube channel, The Healing Room here at Mon Cher Massage. So thank you again for joining us this episode, and look forward to talking to you next time on The Healing Room.